Hey guys, so this video is where the magic happens with our static website generator. This is where we take our template file and we take our content files and we smash them together and make a whole bunch of separate pages. So let's see, we want to be in our main function here, and notice this code it's terrible right now. I mean, it's only 150 lines, so I didn't bother putting everything in separate functions, but we could put things in separate functions and, feed data in and out, but I did not do that for this. Mostly just to keep things kind of simple, since it is such a small program. It would be a lot nicer looking if I just put some simple headings in here, like I have in the original file. Like, for example, for our next part here, you can put function create HTML string that contains the template and the content. Okay. In my original file here, I'll show you the file here. It shows, I have it all broken down like that. And for a short program like this, I thought that was just a better way to do it than create separate functions, just for simplicity's sake. Just keep everything simple and not have to worry about building out separate functions with different arguments and different return values and all that kind of stuff. Okay. So we need to make a new vector. And it's going to be the pages vec. We're going to initialize it here with the new function or new trait on the vector data type structure. I think that's what it is. I don't know for sure. Dot pages object. Going through this, we're using this many times, right? This could probably be made into like a function or something that would be a little nicer, but it's all right. To be factored, we could definitely do some refactoring here. Let page details equal pages object dot pages each. Kind of a fun challenge would probably be, it would be interesting to see how many lines of code you could actually shrink this down to, because if you've noticed, we've repeated this let page details page object each 3 or 4 times now in this code. Just that same exact this same exact thing right here, basically 3 or 4 times. So you could probably clean that, refactor that some and make things look a little nicer, and decrease the number of lines of code. Okay, so that's getting our content path. That's just this path here. So now now our program knows where to look, where to look for the content file. And then we're let template equal page details dot template. So it's just gonna, it's a Boolean, right? Telling whether it's a template or not. If content path is not equal to blank and template is not equal to true, if we look at templates, that if this is not blank and if it's not a template, right? So this one's not a template, that's set to false. This one's not a template, that's set to false. But if that's the case, then we want to get our content string here, fs read to string content path. So this is that same function that we used up a little ways back, a couple videos. Here we go, read to string, and we gave it the argument of our template path, right? So we use that to load our template file into a string. Now we're using it to load our content file into a string. And if there's an issue, we want to throw in a little error here to help us along, help us guide us, figure out what the heck went wrong. Error loading content file. And we want, gosh, I hate this. Let page string equal template string dot replace insert HTML with our content strings. That's the magic right there. It's pretty simple, right? So let me just kind of go over this here and just reiterate it, I guess. So we have if content path is not blank, if this is not blank, okay, if that is blank, then we're going to get an error if we don't, check for that. So if we just let any through and we did this read a string, we would get an error. So this is just preventing an error basically from happening that would, mess up our program. So as long as that's not blank and template is not equal to true, so home would get loaded, programs would get loaded, template would not because that's set to true, okay? So as long as it's not the template file, then we want to load in that content file. We want to read our content path, so whatever is here, programs.txt file, we want to read that to string, and we're going to store that in this content string variable. And then we want to pass a reference of that content string into this replace function. This replace function will replace whatever is in the first argument with whatever is in the second argument. So we're going to replace insert HTML, which is in our template string right here. We're going to replace that with whatever is at this content file. And then let's see. Pages vec.push page string dot to string. So then we're just we have this pages vector that we created. So it's gonna have the finalized HTML string of each page in each of its indices. Else, so if the content path is blank or if it is a template file, let page string equal blank pages vec dot push page string to string. So we're just pushing, nothing there basically. I must have done that for some reason. Maybe it was some kind of I don't know, maybe I had to do that to just prevent some error or something. Let's just run this real quick before we go. Let me see if we can, let's print our pages vector. Okay, and this is not going to work right now. We're going to need to create some content files. Where are we pointing to in our map? Content. So we want a content folder. Let's do that. Okay. So you can see content. And that's where we're going to put our files. And then we want an index.txt file and a programs.txt file. So we'll just create some text files. Oops. And these could be .html too. That either way is fine. And in fact, let's just make this one HTML just to show that. It's still just a file that's plain text. So, all right. So we have these two files. Let's just put some content in here. In our index, we'll just say, "Hey, this is the home page. Thanks for visiting." And then in our programs page, let me go to mine, and I'm just gonna copy what's there. There's really nothing special there either, but we'll just copy it anyway. Save that. Let's see, I think that should be all we need now to run this and to make it print that pages vector. If it'll print a vector. Let's see. Holy crap, we got a bunch of errors. Let's see. Good time to fix stuff. Okay. New index, true. expected one of or an operator. Doesn't say what line that is. That's 72. Oh. Okay. That's some work here. Let's see. Cannot find value menu items count in this scope. Did I spell this wrong? Ah, that's why. Menu items count. Typos. Cannot find value menu items count in the scope. Double typo. All right, now we're in business. So now we've got our pages vector. So it's going to have each page. We're going to see doc type and then see this array bracket. And we have another page. And then we have another page. And our menu, but then here. So, hey, this is the home page. Then we have Captus, that's one of my programs, so that would be the programs page. And this one's our template page or something. I don't know why that did that, but oh, I know why. Because I think we're still printing our template string. Yeah, so we can get rid of that. So if we run this one more time, there we go. We have one page. We should just have two pages, right? Just our home page. Hey, this is the home page. Thanks for blah, blah, blah. And then the programs page. Oh, what do we have here? We have another one. This is, oh, hey, this is the home page. So it's just, it printed our vector twice. I might have it in a loop here or something. Yeah, I have it in the loop, so that's why. So if I put this outside of here, it'll only print it once. Just for keeping things nice, let's just print it. Let's just run it one more time just to make sure it just does the right thing now. Yeah, there we go. One page. And comma, next page. But anyway, that's it for this one. That's how we're gonna, that's, you know, it's always the simplest part that's at least in my opinion, that's like, you know, there's a saying, every program is always between 90 and 95% complete or something like that. Like, meaning like, you know, the main thing that your program does, the magic, you know, happens and you build that out really quick. You know, it takes what, 10 minutes just to make that main part. And then you build the other stuff around it. It doesn't take too long, but then you can keep fine tuning it constantly and just forever. So you never quite finish, but as soon as you start it, you have that magical algorithm in there. So that's what this is here. This is the magic. So in the next video, we're gonna fill in this part of the template file with the menu stuff. And then the last thing we do after that is we're gonna write our new pages to file. And we'll have all our files, we'll have our website. So we're good, that's it. Thanks for watching and peace out.